Hi everybody, welcome to the video surprise of the day. Today's video surprise is on the 2020 Lexus GS350 F Sport review. Before you get started, please remember to hit the subscribe button, the bell icon when we notify new videos, and I really appreciate that thumbs up. Thank you very much in advance. Okay, let's get started. So first of all, this is ultra white. That's the color we have here. The other colors, atomic silver, is also my other favorite, and I did do a video on that one earlier. So this one's a 2020 model. It's the last model they're gonna have out. There are other models as well too. I posted in the description. This one is a pretty nice vehicle overall, I could say. The length is 192.1 inches. The width is 72.4 inches, and it's 57.3 inches in height. I did have the windows tinted. There is a little tint that does come with the window. I have 40 in the front, Lumar Stratus 40 in the front, and 15 series in the back. As we walk around the vehicle, you notice there's nice spoiler and also a nice tail light, LED tail lights in the back. It looks really nice when the lights are on. And this is a F Sport rear-wheel drive vehicle. It's not an all-wheel drive. There's an all-wheel drive model as well too. And you had the air deflector and the chrome exhaust. The wheelbase is 112.2 inches. The door handles match the body color as well too. And there's also lights on the mirrors at night when you can see it. So it's a very beautiful sedan, and Lexus is going to discontinue it because there are not enough sales, and they actually didn't invest that much money in refreshing it. So I'm going to give the pros and cons about this vehicle since I have it for a number of months already. And the front fascia has the mesh grille, which is my favorite. Some people may not like that. And has the nice check mark as well too for the daytime running lights. There's no fog lights on my model. I think you had to go like 2015 and earlier to get that. And this is a S Sport. Has a 19-inch split 5 spoke alloy wheels as well too. Very nice sporty design, but it actually drives really nice. It's a nice sedan. It's a nice sports sedan overall. If you really appreciate something really nice and drives really nice, reliable and quiet, this is the vehicle for you. And when it's gone, it's gone. It's his last 6-cylinder. The other vehicles out there, they're not rear-wheel drive. Take for example, there is a ES350 as well too, but that's a front-wheel drive. So keep in mind there's an all-wheel drive one that's a ES250. Okay, the original equipment tires are 235/40 R19s for the front, 265/35 R19s for the rear. So tires are not the easiest thing to find on these vehicles, although there are plenty out there. They don't have a lot of mileage before it gets worn out. So keep that in mind. It's staggered wheels, by the way, so you can't rotate these tires. As we take another look at the front fascia, which is really beautiful. I really like the mesh grille, and I always wanted a GS, and this is the one, the last hooray. They do have the parking sensor. You probably notice the little things on the bumper as well too. Next, we're going to look at the engine and give you a tour of that one. So I have the hood open, and we're looking for an engine. It's a 6-cylinder, 3.5 liter displacement at 311 horsepower. And you see the battery is in the back over there, and you got the engine cover over here. And 0 to 60 time is 5.7 seconds. And also this is a nice size engine with V6. Gives you 280 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM. It's a 2GR FKS engine. Top track speed is 143 miles per hour. And valve train, 4 valves per cylinder with dual VVTi intelligence. And in addition, MPG, 20 city, 29 highway, 23 combined. I've seen some people to finesse the vehicle could get about 33 overall if you finesse the drive. Okay, and let's take a look at the interior of the vehicle. We look at the driver's side door. You notice, first of all, we got the NAGURI aluminum trim, and you got red stitching on the door as well too. You got the 3 different settings for the seats and the chrome door accents as well too. And looking a little bit down on the door, you notice there's also 4 different power window settings as well too. And there's some chrome on the edges to make it last longer. Got the power door locks, window lockout. And also you got the left and right for the power mirrors. There's also auto function that will, okay, if you have an auto and you put your car in park and you lock the doors, it will fold your mirrors. And you also could fold your mirrors as well too by pressing the button. Let's see if you could do that right now. And it's very simple to do. Just press the button on the right, on top over there, and it will fold your mirror so you get into tight spaces and such that you won't damage your mirrors. Okay, and let's do the demonstration right now. And in addition, you do have blind spot mirrors as well too. You can see that on the mirror itself. By clicking that, your mirrors do fold and prevent any damage if you drive it into tight spaces, and you hit it again and it'll open back up again. So it'll unfold itself. We'll walk through the interior. Do want to mention that some parts of the vehicle on the dash are soft and some a little bit hard. I don't know why it's not all the way hard, but the white stitching on the dash is really beautiful overall. More of the aluminum trim. Here you got the stability control, you got the heated steering wheel, and also the lights as well too. Auto lights, that is. Looking a little bit down, you're gonna see there's a coin holder as well, and you can put other things in this little compartment as well too. Could be business cards. And below that, you're gonna see the rear trunk and also the hood opening switches, and you can see the gas pedal and also the accelerator have some chrome touches. Next, we look at the nice red leather, RIOJA red, and actually looks different in the daytime as in nighttime. I'm going to show you a picture inside the garage. Here you got a different seating functions, the adjustable power seats. You have the extendable lumbar support. You also have the side cushion that could extend. You also go tilt the lower seat cushion up or down. Also move forward and backwards with that same button. And also you can move the back of the seat forward or back. And this one has 2 different settings for the lumbar. There's an upper lumbar and there's a lower lumbar, which is very comfortable. It's actually like more tailor-made to your driving needs. So this is a really great feature to have if you have maybe a sore lower back or you want more comfort. You could just adjust this. The front thigh extender is really great for the people that are really tall, and you can offer better thigh support, more comfortable ride and drive if you're going long distances overall. So let's get into the vehicle right now, and I'm going to show you a few other parts as well too. Okay, as we're inside the vehicle, I do want to show you a few things as well. In particular, there's a start and stop engine button as well too, and also there's a hold button, probably for the brake hold, and also there's a parking brake, automatic parking brake as well too. So as you can see, my vehicle has 807 miles right now. I've been driving it for a while. I thought I'd do this video with more experience. You got lane departure symbol as well too. You can actually disable that if you didn't like that. There's Mark Levinson stereo system, and also you got the different climate controls and the air blow in your face, blow in the floor, blow in your feet, etc. So all these different settings. I have my glasses there right now, and you got the map, the menu, the mouse. I actually like this mouse more than a touchpad, and you can hit the menu button, and over here you can see that there are different settings you can move around using the mouse. It's very easy with the mouse. It's still better. Touchscreen is probably the most preferred method, by the way. A little reflection on the camera over here, but otherwise you'd be perfect. So I like the shifter. Econ, normal, sport, and sport plus. There's a snow mode as well too. So the center armrest is pretty deep overall, but the door opens a little bit funny. It doesn't go all straight up. You have to slide to open it. It doesn't really bother me that much. You get used to it. There's a parking sensor button, and there's a sunshade as well too. Those are great features to have overall. So, the sunshade, I know it's a luxury feature. If you tint your window, you may not use it that much, but it always helps to keep the leather and everything cool. You need to pull up the sunshade. It's more as a luxury feature than anything else. If you push it again, it goes down. And also if you put it in reverse, it goes down as well too. I usually leave it down. I don't use it that much, but the parking sensor is really important to me overall. Okay, also one thing I do want to mention that I didn't get to say earlier is there's an odometer trip, and also there's a setting for that as well for the brightness and such. There's also a steering wheel that could power adjustment as well too, the power tilt and stuff for that. And you know, the left side is basically the lights, the turn signal. And if we hit over here, you also have the windshield wiper, and you could, and you know, make auto sensing for the rain, I guess. Had the door open right now. You also have the different plus and minus if you want to try manual mode, and also the cruise control mode over there as well too. I'm gonna go a little bit more detail on that. This is the brake, which we already covered already, and XM radio, AM, FM as well too. So this is how it looks like in the dark. So you know, a little bit different, and as we've seen it in the daytime as opposed to nighttime. But I do want to show you one thing here that I added this clip in because I want to show you the interior leather. It looks a lot more beautiful if it's not in daylight, and actually picks up better on the camera. It looks a little bit more darker, and that's one of my favorite colors. And it smells really good too, by the way. If you like the leather smell, this is most part of the vehicle on the leather is real leather, including the shifter. The shift knob is leather as well too. The steering wheel's leather. I'm talking about the F Sport. Okay, and let's take a look at this vehicle in the daylight. We already talked about the seat settings. We already talked about the different switches on the left. And over here, we probably notice the nice size dash. I'm going to start it up right now. Foot on the brake and hit the start button. There's it. So I want to see how it comes up. And we can see that during the startup, it tells you how many miles you're going to have before maintenance. Then it tells you the mileage as well too. So a little bit on the left as well, you got the steering wheel with the different phone buttons, the mode buttons for the radio, and also the voice commands. On the right, you have the controls for the dash, also the menus, and also lane departure, collision mitigation. You could turn on and off. I don't know why they put it there, but that's there. And a nice size leather wrapped steering wheel as well. And there's a nice L as well too. There's also a F Sport badging on the current model, and it shows the time. You can see BSN is the blind side mirror on the left, and you got the lane departure, and you can set the lane departure to beep or also just vibrate the steering wheel. Here we're cycling through the different menus over here. It gives you the tire pressure, how much after you reset it, how much range is still left on the gas. I haven't filled up for a while, so I got 107 miles left. After the last review is about 19.5 because I drive only in the city right now. And there's also sway warning as well too if you fall asleep at the wheel. So I'm gonna give you a little look on the vehicle, the different drive modes right now. Start the vehicle back up, and it starts up. It looks really beautiful at night. It looks more beautiful at night than daytime sometimes, I wonder. Eco, normal, sport, and sport plus. Okay, so we're on normal mode right now, you can see. And move to the left, you got eco mode. Eco mode saves gas, and you're gonna go a little bit slower on the throttle. So back to normal, and if you move it to the right, you got sport mode. Sport mode makes it more aggressive on the gas pedal, and you go a little bit faster. Sport plus is the max you could get on the speed, and the most aggressive you could get as well too. So that's probably the different modes that you can have. There's a custom mode. Let's see if I can bring that up. There's eco mode on the left, and turn it again, or you hit the middle button, then it goes back to normal. Then now you can actually move to custom as well too in the middle mode. So eco is on the left, normal and custom in the middle, sport is on the right, and you twist another right, you got the sport plus, and back to normal. I would try 90% on the normal mode. The eco mode may not use much at all, and the sport plus and sport I may not use much at all either. So over here, I do want to show you the clock, and also does have a CD player, but it has XM, HD radio, AM, FM, of course. Then you also have different setup you could integrate as well. Amazon Alexa for one. And you have ventilated seats as well over there on the bottom. Nice size cup holders. And, you know, nice shifter. There's a little mouse that moves around. There's no trackpad for the GS. Map and menu. There's also buttons on the side near the mouse that I didn't talk about. Moving the mouse is actually pretty easy. I know some people complain about that, but it's still easier than doing the trackpad, because trackpad you don't know where you're at. So the mouse, there's a little feedback. So nice ventilation settings as well too. And also you got the park, reverse, neutral, drive, and manual modes. There's the econ, and we're gonna talk about econ, normal, and sport. And let's take a look at the glove compartment over here. It's not that big overall. A little bit awkward design, but it will do. I don't use it much at all. So you got the home link with the mirror, and here's the vanity mirrors and the light. So you open it, then the lights come on. Nice headliner, by the way, too. And sun visor test passed. Went all the way to the end. So that's a very good thing to have. It's not a split one. Here's the settings for the tilt, the moonroof, and you could tilt or actually slide. And also you have the map lights here. You got the light settings for the door. And you also have safety connect as well too. You can see the button over here. If there's any accident, emergency, or something, just press that button. The Bluetooth speakers up there. And this is the home link. There's 3 different settings that you can set it up at. And that's the passenger side. So let's take a look at the passenger side. So here you got 1 lumbar support. You can move the seat forward, and you also recline as well too. So not many features as the one in the driver's side. The door is very nice as well too. You got the cushions, you got the power windows, the power locks, and you got this wet stitching as well too. And you have a little place to put some stuff at the bottom as well too. I like the chrome door handles over here. Looks really nice. All right, in back of that, you got the passenger seat. There's a little container here, maybe for trash and stuff like that, but it's not for smoking. You got the power windows, and there's quite a bit of space, but I wouldn't say if you're very tall, it would fit that well. I think if you're 6 foot or higher, you're gonna have a hard time fitting in the back with your legs, and also you're gonna bump your head or something, you know. But looking from the back to the front, the view is pretty good overall. And you do have the 12 volt, 120 volt plug over there. You do have a light in the back as well too. Nice LED lights. And you got some storage over here. Pretty deep size. And also a container. I didn't show the 2 cup holders that come out in the front, but they're there. So you can sit 3 in the back, 2 in the front. And your nice size subwoofer in the back as well too. The radio is awesome. You know, you just need to find out. And the seat backs in this vehicle doesn't appear to be leather. Just so I want to mention that. So a lot of parts are leather though. So just that. And the headliner in the S Sport is black, which is really nice. So it hides dirt. Nice view in the back as well too. It's not a very big size vehicle. You want something bigger, you might want to look at the front wheel drive ES350. So this is a GS, it's a rear wheel drive vehicle as well too. And in behind the driver's side, you also have the similar setup. You got some storage as well on the doors, wet stitching, tweeters, and also the chrome door handles. And you can see that there's quite a bit of space there, but a little bit less space because the driver's seat goes back a little bit more, you know, to let the driver get out. So really tailor-made for the driver for this particular vehicle overall. And one thing I do want to mention a little bit more on the tires, they are staggered. You got bigger wheels in the back than the front. It's a rear-wheel drive vehicle. There's also all-wheel drive. The wheels will be similar, but the rear-wheel drive ones are not. So something to note if you're looking for non-stagger wheel, you want to go for the all-wheel drive or the base GS350. So if you're okay with stagger wheels, keep in mind the tire costs may be a little bit higher because you can't rotate them, and also maybe harder to find. So let's take a look at the trunk over here. There's also a power trunk as well in this particular model. And so first aid kit that comes with the car, and also I switched it. I put some other stuff in there for the winter. I do have the net, and also I have the WeatherTech mat as well too. You can see there's a carpet. Let me see if I can show you the spare tire. Yes, Lexus comes through with a spare tire. It's not full-size spare, of course, but at least it's a spare tire. So that's really nice of them. So, and one thing on the seat, the second row seat, there's a pass-through. It doesn't fold down. The last I checked, so I don't think it's gonna fold down. So the space is ample. It's not an SUV or big size vehicle by far. It's smaller than the ES350. So I'm gonna do a little drive for you. If you put the car in reverse, you're gonna mirrors actually tilted already, and you can capture it in time. So since I have it to the right, they actually tilt. So that's something really nice to have. Then you can just put it to drive and do some driving impressions. And another thing we note, you have the brakes. If you set to auto, you don't need to adjust the handbrake, the manual brake. So every time you put the car in park, it locks for you and also unlocks when you're driving. You can see that there's a nice drive, very quiet, very smooth ride overall. I'm gonna accelerate a little bit more around this area. I know we're in a parking lot area. And you know, Econ light actually comes on if you drive really slow or you're not pushing the gas. So it works its best to save you gas at the same time. So and again, you see over here, I'm gonna do another driving impression going up the hill right after this. Great power, very smooth, very comfortable. This is a driver's car. So going up the hill, quite a bit of power. I wouldn't say it's explosive number of power. 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds. And I actually believe in that because basically you have no problem with power at all. This 6-cylinder really rocks. And you know, it's going a short hill, by the way, over here. Next, I'm going to tell you about the pros and cons on this vehicle, and these are my opinions only. And it didn't stop me from purchasing one. If you were to look at these and see if it fits your needs. Still looks good after the last refresh in 2016. Extremely reliable vehicle, V6 powertrain smoothness with 8-speed transmission, extremely comfortable ride. It's a driver's vehicle, like I mentioned. Safety with Lexus Safety Sense 2.0, and it handles really well. So those are my pros in this vehicle, and I like the size. The proportions are great. And here's my cons, in my opinion, of course. First of all, the wheels are staggered. Tires are hard to find, given that, and may not last as long. You can't rotate them. Second row seats are very tight for tall passengers. Infotainment hard to use as a touchscreen. No Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. But overall, this vehicle is really a great buy if you really enjoy the proportions, the rear-wheel drive experience, and also the smoothness of this vehicle. So hopefully it helps you out. Thumbs up. See you next time. Bye.